Hello, and welcome back to day 4 of How to Write a Persuasive Speech. So, let's scoot you up here. These are the things that we've worked on already. We've talked about writing a thesis, making sure it's brave and bold, gathering evidence to support your thesis, and we've also talked about introductions and conclusions. Now, you should have one whole persuasive speech all written. So yesterday we finished those up. Now, it's time to think about new ideas. So, last time we talked about my banana or my pineapple. I gave you some silly examples, and now it's time for you to think about some other examples and maybe examples that are a little bit less silly and apply to your life a little bit more. So let's see what I mean by that. Right here I have a new poster for you, and it says develop an idea by. So going back to this, when you write a persuasive speech, you need to develop ideas. You need to figure out what it is that you're going to be persuading people to do or think or say. And this is one really awesome strategy on how to develop an idea for a persuasive speech. So let's read it. It says, seeing noteworthy people, places, or things, or ideas, and helping others see them too. So we have that one word right here, noteworthy. That might be a new word for you. Noteworthy means kind of awesome. So seeing awesome people, places, things, or ideas. Things that you think are really, really awesome and you want other people to see too. So a noteworthy place could be the beach, or it could be the state of Maine, or it could be the town of Winthrop. So the noteworthy places are places that you think are really awesome and you want other people to think are awesome too. So you can make a thesis statement about noteworthy places. You could also make a thesis statement with noteworthy people, okay? So I'm going to write down some ideas that I have about noteworthy places, people, and things. I'm going to leave ideas for right now because I think we'll just focus on people, places, and things. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have a little chart with lots of different ideas on it. So what I did to brainstorm is I put people, places, and things down, and I made a little chart. So I thought about noteworthy or really awesome people, places, and things. So usually I have a bunch of kids to help me with this chart. So this is just what came up at the top of my head. So let's start with people. I first wrote nurses. So I don't need to do any real writing here. It doesn't need to be in sentences. It's just a quick idea. So I just wrote nurses. So I think nurses are really noteworthy people, especially now because they do a lot of caring for other people. They're very brave people. And I could give all kinds of different examples of why I think nurses are noteworthy people. I could also say something about parents. So I could say something about why I think my mom is the greatest mom ever. And you could do the same thing. Or why your babysitter, why you have the best grandma, or why your sister's the best. I have a hard time believing that you guys will write about that, but we'll see. Another thing that I wrote was police. Kind of the same thing as nurses. They're heroes. They're people that help other people, and I could give a lot of other reasons why I believe that those people are noteworthy. So let's go over to places. These are some of the ones that I talked about. I said Maine, Winthrop, and then I added the rail trail. If you've ever been on that, it's just kind of like a walking path, and I live really close to the rail trail. So I could give a lot of reasons as to why I think the rail trail is like the best place to go on a walk because of all kinds of different things. So I think that's a noteworthy place. Now, things. So things are other things that don't fall into the categories. This is a random one. I wrote boats. Maybe I could say something about why I think boats are the most fun thing ever, okay? I could also write about a book. I could write about why a book series or why a certain author is the best author or the best book ever. Or a show or a movie. I could do the same thing. I could have a list of reasons why I think a show is the best show ever, okay? So this is how I'm going to generate new ideas. So I want you to try something similar to this. Maybe this doesn't go very well on a computer, so maybe you have to pull out a pencil and paper for this. Try to come up with some ideas and start writing one of them. My goal for you today is to have an outline for a new idea. So remember, the outline looks like this. It looks like one thesis statement. that needs to be brave and bold. It needs to say something very clear. So I'm going to give you an example. I think nurses are very brave people, or something like that, okay? Or I think nurses do a very important job. That is a brave and bold thesis statement. Now I need to come up with 3 reasons. And remember, in our outline, they don't need to be whole paragraphs yet. They just need to be a list. So I could say, because they are at risk of getting sick, because they help other people, because they work long hours and do lots of difficult work. So those are my 3 reasons. And that outline is going to get me ready for tomorrow to start writing some of my story. Okay? I can't wait to see your outline and your new list of ideas. Make sure to share it with your teacher, and we will see some of your writing tomorrow.